Hi, and welcome to What Does It Take? I'm Eric Solan, and we're going to have a fabulous show for you tonight. I want to talk to you about some of our guests who we are going to have this evening. We have from Rhino Records, an A&R director, the A&R director, Gary Steward, and we're going to find out what does it take to get signed to Rhino Records and other record companies in LA. Also, from KXLU, we have Matt Kelley. He's one of the super hot DJs of LA who plays a lot of college records, and he break records all over town. And also, we're having a fantastic singer-songwriter, Louie Carpender, and he writes, he composes, he does his own music. It sounds great. And we have last a band called High Frequency. They're out of Hawthorne. They sound great, and we're going to have them all here on What Does It Take. Also, if you would like to get on the show of What Does It Take, write in, send us your tape and a picture, and we read everything. We'll get back with you, and we'll have you on our show to find out what does it take. Welcome everybody to What Does It Take? I'm here with the A&R director of Rhino Records, Gary Steward. And Gary, welcome to What Does It Take?
Thanks, Eric.
Good. I wanted to get comfortable with you and ask you.
Where's the pillows?
The pillows are around somewhere. How did you get involved in music from the beginning of your career?
Just from being a fan, hanging around record stores, reading music magazines like Hit Parade or Circus, going to shows, and just becoming absorbed in it.
Wow. How long have you been doing music?
What, as a fan, or working in the quote-unquote industry?
When you started to get real serious with it and you went from a fan to the business?
Well, it didn't happen. It didn't actually happen like snap your fingers right away. It was sort of a transition. I was hanging around record stores a lot, and one of them offered me a job, and I was still going to college at the time, so I didn't look at it as this is my career move. This is a lot better than working in fast food where I was before, and it would allow me to hear more music and get more records and have more of a good time. It wasn't until a couple years down the road that I made the transition from working in a store to going to work at a record company, and even a little bit after that I looked at it as a quote-unquote career.
Oh, I see. Where did you go to college at?
Cal State Northridge.
Oh, I see. So you're definitely a California boy, right?
Something like that,
okay.
Yeah.
And you did get involved with Rhino Records. Did you start at a certain level, or?
The bottom.
The bottom.
You know, we all started. There were no levels when I started. There were three. When I started working for the label proper, there were 3 people working there and 2 owners. So there isn't much room for hierarchy.
And now the company is what, 10 years old?
Now the company's 10 years old, and we're 50+ people strong.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes.
Let me ask you, you are the A&R director of Rhino Records, and you know
it's less important than it sounds.
Well, it's important to the people who are the musicians who are trying to break the ice. They're trying to get discovered. Just like I had Mike Appel on my show, who discovered Bruce Springsteen, and everybody has to start somewhere. What does it take for the musicians who have to do this? They have to do this.
Hard work and talent, and that's like the cliched answer. For me, for what I look for, bands that first of all have good songs or good material. That's the most important thing. If you're a great singer, you have great production, and you have lousy songs or bad ideas, there's nothing you can do. You can't. You know, that's the most important thing. Material, the basis for anything. Then after that, personality, good performing skills. And persistence and hard work. I mean, that quote about 10% inspiration, 90% perspiration, I found to be true.
Well, good, good. Let me ask you, what kind of acts does Rhino Records look for in rock music bands?
It's hard to pigeonhole. I mean, we have folk acts, we have a metal label, we have what some people would just consider rock and roll acts, singer-songwriters. The kind of new artists we go for, the kind of people that fall a little bit to the left of the mainstream. A lot of it you would hear on college radio,
well,
which you'll hear about from your next guest.
Well, who was your latest act that you did sign?
Well, our most recent signings are House of Freaks, who are a two-man band. They're not really a duo because they have a full sound. They just only have two people doing it. And Cindy Lee Berryhill, who's a folk influence but more rock-styled singer-songwriter.
I see. Do you listen to all the music that that musicians and everybody submits to your company?
I or other people in my staff, at one time I listened to everything all the way through and tried to call people back, but there's no time for that anymore. I listen to about 80% of the tapes we get, which doesn't mean I listen to every song. Sometimes 30 seconds or 10 seconds of the tape, I'll know either it's not right for us or this is no good.
Could we mail in our material to you if we are seeking that big deal? To end up on Rhino
Yeah,
Records?
you can mail it in, but that's not the best way to do it. But
really? Could we come by?
No, coming by is the worst way to do it.
So how shall we do it?
Mail the tape in.
Okay.
But that's, you need more than just a good tape to get a deal. If you're in a band, you need to get out there and create a buzz. You need to get out there and play live, get a following. I have basically never, in the purest sense, signed a band off an unsolicited tape. I'm sure if you talk to anybody at any label, the incidences of signing a band off an unsolicited tape is few and far between. Usually you hear about a band from a good source, that being a fan, somebody that you always see in clubs going, this band is great, this band's great, a rock writer who's out there with you in the trenches looking at the music, reading about or hearing something on a college radio station because a band's put out their own independent release.
Well, let me ask you this, Gary. What do you see for... you do go to other clubs. You see a lot of the talent that comes in. We're basically almost out of time, but I wanted to wrap it up with what's your input about Rhino Records for the public?
My
Your
input, I mean,
towards
this is for
people coming to your company and
trying to get a deal.
getting a deal, real quick.
My input is, if you have talent, keep going, keep knocking on the door. Somebody's going to let you in eventually, and it may not be us. We may make the mistake, or we may be smart enough to pick up on you. But if you have talent and you're persistent, the odds are with you, and make your own luck.
God bless you. Thanks so much for coming down.
Thank you, Eric.
Gary Steward of Rhino Records, and we'll be back with our next guest.
We have a good commercial coming up here.
I'm not a young man anymore. And the Wolfman gave me my start in the business. And I like it. I tell you what, if I can... Between you and me!
Welcome back to What Does It Take? I want to tell you we have the best entertainment on our show, top executives, and we also have DJs, everybody in the music field, artists and bands, unsigned musicians. If you want to get on our show, we want you to send a tape and a picture to What Does It Take, care of American Cable, 13325 Beach Avenue, Marina Del Rey, 90292. Now with me I have Matt Kelley from KXLU, Loyola Marymount, and we're going to talk about what does it take to find out the LA music scene, what's happened with records and music going out, jocks, and welcome to the show.
Hi.
Welcome to the show,
Glad
Matt.
to be here.
How are you doing today, okay?
All right.
Good to see you. I understand over at the college you have a pretty wide span on the listeners for the type of music that you do play.
Yes, well, we have a big listenership as far as Los Angeles and parts of the Valley and parts of Orange County are concerned. We have a lot of different music coming into our station and coming out of it as well.
What kind of music does come into your station?
Well, if you're looking on the alternative rock scene, you got everything from alternative dance to psychedelic to speed metal, you name it.
What does your station play?
We play, as far as alternative rock is concerned, we play almost anything that doesn't get a lot of airplay on other radio stations, and we try to emphasize a lot of local
how does this help the people who do get the airplay off of your station?
Oh, well, it helps them tremendously.
Does it really?
We've helped acts out like X, Go-Go's,
Wow.
Social Distortion. We've helped them out. Commercial radio really keeps a close eye on us and see what we're doing and see what kind of bands we really like, and might pick up on them.
Really? I understand that you're Loyola Marymount,
KXLU.
KXLU
Right.
does. They do break records. Throughout the years, they have been known to break some great records.
Yes. Well, in fact, we're kind of known nationwide for doing that.
Great.
Let's see now. In 1984, we were named Best Radio Station in the Nation by Rolling Stone.
Fantastic.
Best Radio Station 86 and 87 in a college music journal, and basically that's a reader's survey from all the executives of radio stations and also other college radio stations. And the last 2 years, we've been named Best Los Angeles Radio Station by LA Weekly Readers Poll.
Oh, really? Well,
So-
that's great. I see that you have a great list of references there. Let me ask you, where's the LA music scene going now with airplay and bands?
Well, right now, as far as what we're concerned with at the radio station, I think the Hollywood scene is really pulling the weight of the music scene.
Why is that?
Well, they've been known historically to have a lot of pull because here we are in Hollywood. And,
Right, right.
They have a lot of pull. So right now we're seeing a lot of more rock-oriented bands, a lot of guitar emphasis, you know, like your basic four-man setup.
Let me ask you this: what does it take for a band to say, "Wow, Matt Kelley here. I'd like to send him my record right now. I think it's tight. I think it's great. And we'd like to get some airplay." What does it take to get that?
Okay,
airplay?
well, we have a demo show, which all we do is play demo tapes.
When's that air?
That's Sundays from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And a girl named Ava hosts it.
Oh, I see.
She's been doing it for the last 6 or 7 years.
Wow, she's staying with
so
it.
she has a lot of pull as
She
far
really?
as bringing bands out, you know, into the public eye.
So they could mail. They could
They
submit
could-
their tapes and their records.
All you got to do is mail it to KXLU 7101 West 80th Street, Los Angeles, California 90045.
Okay.
And attention Agent Ava, and if we like it, if it kind of agrees with the rest of our format, we might put it on. And what happens, she doesn't like keep the demo tapes for herself. She actually makes it available for the other DJs during the week.
Great.
So who knows, your demo tape could end up in rotation.
Right. Well, they
So-
could call the college and they could connect them to where to send a tape if they didn't get the address. I'm sure. Also, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you: are you into any music besides playing? Are you producing any bands or anything like that, or are you just strictly a DJ over there?
Well, right now I'm just trying to get the DJ stuff down pat, and
I see.
being general manager at the radio station, we're pretty busy. Actually, though, we're going to be trying to put out a compilation record later on.
Great.
And it's going to be local bands, in fact, that come up and actually play on our radio station live.
That's the old way.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
on
great.
Sunday nights, in fact, we have another live show.
Well, Matt, I'll tell you, it's just been great having you on the show. You know, you have to find out what does it take, and we, the viewers out there, want to know. And this is Matt Kelley from KXLU, top DJ over there, Loyola Marymount, and we're glad you came
All right.
down to What Does It Take. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to What Does It Take. Please keep writing in and sending in plenty of letters. I'm here with Louie Carpender. Welcome to What Does It Take.
Thank you.
And he's going to sing a song. What song are you going to sing, Louie?
Titled Wondering What to Do.
Wondering What to Do. Louie, let me ask you, what is your influences in music?
Oh, I like John Lennon, a lot of different groups like that, a lot of brass.
Oh, yeah, sounds great. And what's your goal, your all-time goal for your career and life in music?
Recording artist.
Recording artist. What is the name of the song?
Wondering What to Do.
Wondering What to Do, Louie Carpender. Bye.